Hi, bonjour. Welcome to our video series that we've developed to provide you with information and support to manage your business through the COVID-19. My name is José Farran, and I'm the Business Development Officer of Entrepreneurship for the City of Greater Sudbury and the coordinator of the Regional Business Center. We're continuing to see that COVID-19 is having a significant impact on businesses. Just earlier this week, the provincial government announced the mandatory closure of what they deem to be non-essential businesses. And businesses were given 36 hours to either close their doors or adapt and provide services remotely. So again, what we're seeing is that entrepreneurs are resourceful, they're adaptable, and they're resilient. And they're adapting their business quickly, almost on a daily basis. And today we have Dawn Condon from Connected Living to discuss her business and the impacts of the virus. Welcome, Dawn.
Hi, Jose. Thank you very much for having me. I'm honored and touched that you chose to speak to me.
Wonderful. Well, we've been seeing some great things that you're doing on social media, so we thought we'd invite you to come have a chat.
Well, thanks.
So for those of you, or for those who don't know you, can you tell us a little bit about your business and how the business or how the virus is impacting it?
I am a yoga teacher and a fitness professional. I'm a wellness coach. So my business depends on one-on-one, face-to-face interactions with my clients. And so it's been a very interesting process in having all of my clients not be in the same location as me and still trying to conduct business. I teach yoga classes, so my studio is full of people all the time. There's people coming and going, touching everything, of course. And so it's been a very, very interesting process. It's been a lot of long nights, many bargains with the devil, many tears, but it's been a very interesting process. Yeah, so it's been quite an impact. I've lost quite a few contracts already. Contracts that will come back when we are back up and running in full speed, but it will take time, obviously. But my classes, on the other hand, which is the day-to-day, interaction with my clients, that's been really hard to sort of figure out how to navigate. Managed to do it though. So what I've done is I've taken all of my programming, my group programming, and my one-on-one coaching online. I was the first one in the city. I think it was Friday the 16th or something, like whatever the date was, where I started to realize this is not good. I started getting phone calls from, quite a few of my corporate clients saying, we're going to cancel our group programming. Several of those are seniors programming. So it was really imperative that they stop having outside interactions and pretty much close their doors. So all of the outside contractors were canceled. And that's when I started to realize like this is just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And I had to figure out. So within a couple of hours, after reaching out to some of the international contacts that I have, mentoring groups that I have, and started seeing what these people were doing. And I was like, okay, so we're going to get online right away. And so I started announcing right away that I was going to put up all my group programming online. And then I had to figure out how to do that. So I already announced before I was going to do it that's what I was going to do. But I did give myself a little bit of time. So I announced, on Saturday that all my programming was going to come up online. And then I had 24 hours to figure it out. So I spent a whole 24 hours awake trying to figure out platforms and how to merge platforms. And the Zoom curve was pretty steep, and I'm still figuring it out. And every moment, every opportunity that I have to teach a class online is another learning. Oh, we should have thought of that, or oh, that's how you do that. So it's been a really interesting process. I am fortunate in that I am, small, and I'm able to just move quite quickly. If I was a bigger, location, which I've noticed around the city, that some of the bigger studios have, taken a little bit longer to do that, because they are bigger. It was just it just took them a little bit longer, but we're all pretty much doing it now.
That's good.
Yeah.
I love how you say that you've given yourself some lead time and you gave yourself 24 hours. Not what we would typically consider lead time, but I'm glad to
Right.
see that you were proactive, so you actually were able to make these modifications before the mandatory closure. So you actually were ahead of the curve on that. That's great.
Yeah, yeah, because the mandatory closures weren't for another week. They only happened this week, and it was, a full week. I had a full week of learning and online, beta testing to try and figure this thing out. Wasn't really beta testing. It was like dive into the shark tank right away with both feet. Yeah, so it was. I did need a little bit of time. I mean, it was, yeah, there was just no way I could have done it immediately. I had to, organize myself and my thoughts as to how I was going to do this. So, I would suggest to anybody who's thinking about that, just sit down a little, and sort of do a little roadmap, even if you just scratch it out on, a paper napkin, just do a little roadmap of how you'd like that to look and what the processes would be. That would have been very helpful to me, doing that prior to. It would have given me a little bit more insight on some of the things that I needed to do while I was in the middle of learning all the things that I needed to learn. So, yeah.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you're a quick learner, and you were able to do that so quickly. So you said that you use Zoom then. So for people who are a little bit unfamiliar with that platform, does it allow for interactions with your clients? What are you seeing from that platform?
So Zoom is an online conferencing platform. There is another one out there. I think it's called WebEx, and it does exactly the same thing as Zoom. Both of them have free options, and then they also have paid subscription options as well. I took the paid subscription option because it's a little bit more secure, and I have clients who have health issues, and that is an issue. Security is an issue for me. Plus, teaching group classes, there are people who are here in a group, but we're all here together as a group. So we've all sort of created this nice little safe space for ourselves. So I don't want that going out on the internet and having, that be hacked. So I chose the online or the paid subscription option. So what happens is it is an interactive. I can see my clients, they can see me and hear me. We do have the option, and I have the option as a host to turning off their mics because nobody wants to hear if you're teaching a yoga class or participating in a yoga class. Nobody wants to hear somebody's dog barking or doorbell ringing. So I will turn off their mics. I like to see my clients. They don't see each other. So but there is options so that you can, because it is a video conferencing program. And as we are doing now, you and I can see each other. So there are lots of options, and I've chosen to narrow down those options to keep people feeling safe and secure because of the kind of clients that I work with. These are people who have a health issue. Um, they're already nervous about coming out into a group program, for a variety of reasons. They've got a lot of, concern about things like that. And so do I. This is important to me. My clients are important to me.
Good. And what would you say is the reaction from your clients? Are they receiving this service well? Is technology an issue?
Yeah, it's an issue. They were jumping on board right away. As soon as I put it out there, they were very much on board with this. Yay, because I'm in the business of encouraging people to pay attention to self-care and create self-care rituals in their lives, because we all live under so much stress, and particularly now with all of this going on, stress levels are rising and rising and rising already. So yeah, so they were very much on board, and it was really important to me to keep people in those rituals, to keep those rituals in their day, in their life, in their habit, their week, because if this is going to be an issue where mental health issues start to come into play or physical health issues come into play, then yeah, it was really, really important to keep encouraging them. So they were very much on board, and we've been learning this together. It's just been really fun. Technology, can be your friend, but it can also be your enemy sometimes. I think I've lost more hair and gained more wrinkles just trying to figure out what problems are happening on the other side of the screen that I can't see. People are doing things that it's a pretty simple, straightforward process, but somehow we manage to, just being humans, hit the wrong button or forget to pick up a button and so I can't see the other side. And so I'm trying to figure out what's going on that side. So kudos to all of you tech wizards out there who who are working with this stuff every day. Like, my hat's off to you. It's a thank you. So yeah, so it's been interesting. It's been a very interesting process. And at first people are like, okay, well, we're only going to be in the house for a week or two, so it'll be okay. It'll be like vacation or whatever. And then I think people started to realize that this might just last a little bit longer than we expect it to, and realize that no, we need to get back into the day-to-day of doing as much normal, creating as many normalities around your day as possible, getting up at the same time, getting dressed, having meals around the same time, creating those kinds of days, as opposed to just sitting around in your pajamas and watching Netflix and eating ice cream all day, which sounds great, for maybe 1 or 2 days, but then you can't let that go on forever because you just spiral downward, especially some of my clients. I have a lot of seniors as clients. And so, interestingly enough, some of them were teaching me how to use some of the platform from their perspective. So it's been fun. It's been really fun.
Good, and I could appreciate that, and I'm sure a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of clients, and community members are finding themselves in the same boats, trying to navigate, the same challenges. So everybody is being very patient and understanding of these challenges and the changes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so to end, do you have any positive comments or positive information that you'd like to share with your fellow business owners or just the community in general?
It's been so heartwarming to me to see us all come together as a community and really love and support each other and take care of each other. As a yogi, that is what we want to, those are the words we want to live by. We're here together, we're all connected. And I've said many, many times in my class, if you look at your hand, 5 fingers individually, at the very base of each of those fingers is a web that connects one to the other. And this is what I've tried to, and as a yogi, tried to get out to our community. And it's happening now. It's really, truly happening. We're starting to really recognize and see that we recognize that we're connected and that we cannot live without each other, and that what happens to one happens to us all. There is no us and no them. So it's really heartwarming to me to see the community step up, and even small business, or the businesses in Sudbury stepping up and trying to take care of those who are less fortunate as best they can without creating unsafe situations. It's just really, really heartwarming to me to see all of this. So it feels like, yes, yoga is really happening in real time. And I love that. So thank you to Sudbury and actually the rest of the world, where you're really proving the yoga philosophy. Yeah.
And I couldn't agree more. I'm so proud of our community for coming together, like you said, and businesses supporting the less fortunate. We're seeing businesses come together and work together to support each other. It's been a really fantastic thing to watch to come from this fairly negative experience.
Yes. And one thing that I will say, the Sudbury Regional Business Center has been incredibly supportive of me. I've been able to bounce a lot of ideas off of staff there, and it's been really great to have that interaction continue, even though none of you are in the office any longer. So, yeah.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. And yes, we do continue to offer support remotely. So we're just a phone call away, an email away, as a reminder to anybody who may be watching these videos. But thank you so much, Dawn, for yourself stepping up and supporting the business community. We are hosting a variety of these videos. We'll be launching them frequently over the next couple of weeks. So please do check out the Regional Business Center's Facebook page as well as our YouTube channel for upcoming and past videos. Thanks for watching.